everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're not new here, welcome back. My name's Hazel. I am the creator and owner behind Snuggly Spooks Crochet. So this market is called the Pride Rocks event in Dayton, Ohio. It is a much smaller market than my last one. If you watched my last video, it was the convention in Columbus, Ohio. This market is a one-day market, and it is held in downtown Dayton. So, I did this market last year. It was actually the first market that I ever did, and I really want to support their cause. I do a lot of work with LGBT people in the area, providing them mental health resources and just a community that they can lean on. I myself am a part of the LGBT community, so it's a cause that I feel strongly about and I really wanted to support. This section of the video I am actually recording after the fact. It's been a couple of weeks since the market, and spoiler alert, it wasn't the greatest. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a whole lot of footage while at the market because I was having an issue with my camera. Apparently I had the wrong, for lack of a better term, I had the wrong kind of memory card, so my camera wasn't always reading it. It would corrupt files, it would lose files. So I had to order a completely new memory card. I didn't have it before the market, which is why I don't have much footage, but obviously I've got one now and it's working great. But I did take a couple of quick clips on my phone of the market. You will see that in just a moment here. It's just going to be really quick. I know this video is probably much shorter than the last one, but technology issues is what it is. And yeah. So before I just keep rambling on, I'm going to show you those couple clips and then we'll be right back to tell you how it went. Welcome back, everybody. So as you saw, it was a very rainy market. It was kind of off and on a little bit, but there was always a constant drizzle at the very least, but sometimes it would come down harder, sometimes it would let up, and ultimately the market for me was very slow. So I only had 3 sales during the whole market. I think the market was like 8 hours long, so it's not the greatest, but I'm going to go over them really quickly. The first one was one of my Luffy dolls for $55. The woman who bought it, I believe she said she was buying it as a gift for her mother, who is a fan of One Piece, which is really awesome, and that was really sweet to see. My next sale was quite a few hours later. I sold one of my little mushroom guys. That was to the event organizer. He had bought one from me a year ago, and so he wanted to buy another one from me this year, which was really, really nice of him. And then my last sale was one of my mystery bags. It was for a chick in a hat, and this sale was to a fellow vendor who I had gone over earlier in the day to her tent to talk to her. She was also a crocheter, or is also a crocheter, and she was really, really sweet. I bought, spoiler, I did buy a couple things from other people while at the event, and like always, I try to introduce myself to people whose work I really admire, who seem like the kind of people that I would really get along with, because I want to try and make friends with the vendors in my area, as I am still pretty new to the vending scene. My gross sales, I'll just go through the numbers real quick. My gross sales was $81. The booth fee to be there was $60. The approximate cost of gas was $3.56. Like I said, it was in my city, so I didn't have to go far for it, thank goodness. The cost of lunch that we had that day was $35.20. So that brings me to that brings my net total to negative $17.76. Yeah, so this event did not go well at all. I do not blame the market organizers. They can't control the weather. It was rainy. There weren't many people out. I don't blame them. I didn't even want to be out, but I was there, and unfortunately I think my placement in the actual event really didn't help, because I was facing away from the whole event. I was right next to this DJ booth, which was very loud. It ended up giving both me and my fiance headaches by the end of the day. So people didn't really want to linger around in our area because it was just so loud. But that's okay. It's all a learning experience. I do still support this organization, and I do believe in their work. Unfortunately, I think going forward in the future, I can't justify bringing my business to their events in the future, just because I can't be losing money. I will probably just attend as a customer, essentially, and support them in that way. But anyways, the highlights of the event, I did get to talk to a couple different crocheters, fellow vendors that were there. They were very sweet, very kind, and I bought a couple things from them to show them some support. So the first one I got from the lady I was just talking about, who bought the mystery bag from me. She was very kind. She told me she has been crocheting for 20 years or over 20 years, something along those lines. And she was just very, very kind. All of her work was incredible. And here is what I got. Camera focus. So this is a black bear. It is the splooting pattern by Snuggle Beans Crochet. I recognized it immediately because, I mean, it's just a very iconic style that she's got going on, and I love him. I was looking at everything in her booth, of course, and I was really having a hard time choosing between this bear, and a like golden bear, but I ultimately chose the black bear because I am just a sucker for that little face. And all of her stitches, if it'll show up on the camera, are just absolutely impeccable. you can see all of the experience and just mastery that she has. I fully believe her when she said that she's been crocheting for over 20 years because, I mean, all of her stuff was just absolutely wonderful. So, she was really, really kind, and it was really nice of her to come and visit me at my booth and then end up buying one of my mystery bags. I appreciate her and her support. It was not, you know, expected or necessary for her to purchase from me, but I do really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much for that. I'm so sorry I can't remember off the top of my head the name of her business, but I will put it up here, and I will link her socials if I can find them down in the description below. If you want to give her a follow, show her some love. She definitely deserves it because she's very, very skilled at crochet and everything that she does. The other thing that I got was from another crochet vendor. I'll put their name up on screen too because I'm terrible at remembering things. I'm so sorry. I have historically very bad short-term memory, so it's not any offense to you all. Please don't hate me for that, but all of her stuff was, again, absolutely gorgeous. She makes a lot of the same or similar kind of things that I make, which of course is always really exciting because I just wanted to look at all of her work and stay and hang out and chit chat with her, which I did for quite a bit. We had a lot of time to kill, and she was really, really like nice, again, very approachable and just friendly, and I feel like we got along very well. So I made another new friend. You proud of me, Dad? But anyways, she had a lot of absolutely wonderful creations as well, and the one that I ended up taking home with me was this guy. Come on, focus. There we go. You see his glitter eyes on his sad little face, and he's got the whiskers and his little clown hat. If you saw my last video, the convention video, you will probably remember that I am an absolute sucker for clown or jester animals. So I saw this guy tucked away in a little corner, and I just knew I had to have him. So she told me that she was selling this plushie, she was selling this plushie for a friend of hers, actually. So the friend of hers, how did she explain it? Her friend that she is selling this for doesn't or can't sell her own creations at markets herself. So what they figured out a deal where she would sell her products to the vendor I was speaking to at a wholesale price, and that way they're both able to make some money, and she gets a little bit more inventory as a result. So I will put up the name of the vendor who was at the event, who I spoke to, and then I will also put the name of the person who actually created the item. I will have both of their socials linked in the description below as well, if you want to give them follows, show them some love. They're both absolutely wonderful crocheters. I loved all of their work, of course, but unfortunately my budget only allowed for one item, and this one happened to be the lucky winner. So, yay! I apologize again that this video is a little bit shorter than my usual ones. There just honestly wasn't much going on, and even though the market was kind of a bust, I feel good overall coming out of it because I made friends, I did technically make my booth fee back, and I got some really cute plushies out of it. So it's all good, it's all learning experiences, and on the bright side, I have more inventory for my next market. I'm going to end it here today. Thank you all so much for watching. if you are on YouTube, you probably know the drill by now. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all those things. It tells the algorithm to push out my video to more people who might enjoy my content. It really, really helps me more than you know, and I really, really appreciate, of course, any kind of feedback and support that I get from you all, and I enjoy just getting to talk to you all, of course. So, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!